Congressman Tony Gonzales, Republican from Texas. Congressman, it seems to me that Texas itself, the state, has to enforce border control. The feds aren't doing it. Do Texan people have to pay for this?
No, you're absolutely right. And you know what? I appreciate Bill and Fox's coverage on this, because what we just saw moments ago has been happening for almost a year with no end in sight. What is happening is the Biden administration is writing bad checks, and Texans are having to cash them. You know, Governor Abbott has really been on his own, you know, having to create a makeshift wall with old containers, you know, having to distribute the DPS in order to help on that. Border Patrol agents are completely overwhelmed. You know, in the Del Rio sector alone, you know, about 70% of Border Patrol agents aren't in the field. They're in these processing centers. Eagle Pass right now, just down the road, about an hour from Del Rio, is now the new hotbed. We're also seeing hotbeds in Arizona. There is no end in sight. This is solely on the Biden administration. You know, they've just re-implemented the Remain in Mexico policy in El Paso. Well, guess what? Only 30 people are getting returned back to Mexico. In Del Rio sector alone, there's over 1,000 apprehensions. It's a drop in the bucket.
Now, you represent your constituents. You've got 820 miles of the border, the longest stretch represented by anybody in Congress. You are a Republican. What do people in your district think about this mass migration into their territory?
Yeah, Texans have had enough, right? And regardless if you're a Republican, a Democrat, whether you vote or not, everybody has had enough, because it's pure chaos along the border. You know, from the high-speed chases, from the gang members. You know, I was traveling through Uvalde a few weeks ago. I stopped for gas, and this is a smaller community. Actually, it was Dehennis, just outside of Uvalde, a smaller community. And next to me pumping gas was this person that was all tatted up. Clearly, they weren't from there, and these human smuggling has seeped from the border to our cities, and they're attracting some of these gang members into it. It's pure chaos. The Biden administration has to act, and they have to act in a manner that it talks to Republicans, Democrats, all of us alike.
But they won't. Representative Tony Gonzales, Republican from this great state of Texas. They won't respond to this. But thanks for joining us, sir. We do appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
A new war